Five, four, three, two.
Welcome, RoundTable family, to another exciting episode of the Sports RoundTable Trio Edition. I'm your host, Rowdy, of course, always joined by my co-host, Little Bro Coop and Big Boy. Missed you last week, but it's NFL trade deadline day, college football first rankings day as well. How are we doing, guys?
Good.
Pretty good. Good to be back. Had a little off week last week, but we can talk about the Texas Vandy game because we didn't get a chance to, but we can get into that.
Yeah, well, first, let's just kind of, as we're recording this, the college football rankings are coming out. Not sure if y'all have it or see it, but they're down to number 20 right now. So a little update. Army comes in at 25, so first group of five school there. Missouri, 24. Clemson hanging in after that loss last week, 23. Louisville, 22. Washington State, 7-1, they're number 21, and then Colorado coming in at 20.
Colorado.
I got a big one against Tech this week. It's gonna be Lubbock's gonna be popping.
Is it at Lubbock?
Yep.
Yeah.
Lubbock's
At
gonna
night?
be popping.
No, I think it's big noon.
Yeah. But yeah, I saw a clip of Dion talking to the team about how that atmosphere is. They're getting tortillas thrown at them and
It's
stuff.
probably good it's not a night game, though, for them.
Yeah, that's good for them.
Yeah.
Another big
And I've
12
changed
team.
my stance on Shedeur Sanders, by the way.
Yeah.
What do you think about him?
I like him.
You like him?
I like him.
Would you mind if the Cowboys drafted him?
Bro, at this point, I don't give a
We'll
damn.
talk about the Cowboys later. We'll talk about Cowboys after these rankings are done. And, they made some moves today. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Number 19, another Big 12 team, Kansas State, 7-2. Number 18, Pittsburgh, got our first top ACC school in there now. Another Big 12 team, Iowa State, coming in at 17 after the loss.
That
L hurt them, man.
That drop lost. Huh?
Yeah, but they'll probably still be, I guess, they'll still be the second highest ranked Big 12 team, though.
Behind
Kansas
BYU,
State,
right?
Yeah, if Kansas State and Colorado are behind them, I think it's just BYU would be up. And then number 16, Ole Miss, 7-2.
They got a big win. They have a. Well,
I think they're
put up a lot against Arkansas. I hope Sark went and watched that game and was like, "Oh, let me just take these notes from you right here."
Kind of the first difference from the AP poll, LSU number 15. So that means college football playoff will have A&M still ahead of LSU, unlike the AP poll switching them up for whatever reason. That was stupid, but LSU 6-2 overall, number 15. With 12-team playoff now, this is where these little seeds right here start getting tight. I mean, this is instead of like 5, 6, 7, it's 12, 13, 14.
Speaking of A&M, man, they came out that Moss is out for the rest of the year. That's big, man.
Yeah, it is.
That sucks for them.
That was already their backup, right? Because their
They
starter was already
had
out,
Ruben
right?
Owens. He's been hurt. He got hurt at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
Kind of like Texas.
Yeah, they're
number 3. Okay, so
he was balling though.
He was balling.
He's a big dude. That's hard to tackle that.
Yeah.
Second team out is number 14, Texas A&M. First team out is number 13, SMU.
They're going to win the ACC.
They're trying.
They should.
They're trying.
Miami in the championship.
The ponies are coming to get you.
It's just going to be interesting though, is if both of them can get into the playoff, no matter what happens in that, or if it's just. I feel like it's either the only way both of them get in is if SMU wins the ACC championship, because I don't think Miami will drop all the way out.
They like Miami.
Yeah, they do. I don't think they drop all the way out, but if SMU doesn't win, I don't think they'll be able to get in, unfortunately. So number 13, let's see, who's number 12 going to be? The
Boise.
Top, Boise State, the top non-Power 4 team. So they're automatically slotted in the 12 seed first round bye.
Power 4. That's so weird. Power 4. Yeah, they're doing good.
All right. Number 11. Who do you think it is, Coop? Number 11. Who do you think 11 seed is?
I have no idea, man.
Alabama.
Alabama.
Comes in at number
Oh
11.
wow.
seed.
Okay. Yeah. They play. They got LSU this week. That's a big game for them. That's a
You
big
need to
game.
root for Bama.
At LSU too.
You need to root for Bama.
I will root for Bama. I will.
And
I
you
got my
need
buddy
to
there.
root for
Yeah,
Ole Miss too.
Ole Miss has
Georgia.
Georgia.
Yeah.
Yeah. The three big SEC games is Texas, Florida,
Georgia, Ole Miss.
Georgia, Ole Miss, and then
At Ole Miss.
LSU that night.
2:30 kick.
Yep.
Ole Miss look good, man.
They
At
put up a
LSU
lot
in that
against
game.
Arkansas.
And if Carson Beck keeps throwing these interceptions, man, I mean,
I know.
their offense is not looking good.
Their defense is carrying though.
Let's carry 'em.
I don't think Ole Miss has seen defense like that.
All right. Number 10, Notre Dame. Notre Dame. Number 10. I'll be interested how they do. Like when they get I guess they're gonna project who they think's gonna win the conference championship.
They got BYU at number 4.
Yeah, so they're number 9 ranked, but since they win the Big 12, they'll be the 4 seed, the first round bye. Yeah,
This is gonna be so awesome.
It's a lot of
I mean,
football.
so awesome, dude.
It's been a lot of football.
yeah, I mean because it's like the number 9 overall seed, but in the bracket you get a first round bye, number 4
Yeah.
overall seed.
If you win the conference.
Mm-hmm. It's like March Madness, just
Yeah.
miniature version.
Speaking of that, the Longhorns, man.
Trey
Johnson
Johnson went good, but I think the 2 dudes that they had out are supposed to be 2 big pieces of the team. From
And they're just got to. It's kind of like last year when I kept saying they got to gel because they're all new guys, but I mean they brand new team, man. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Indiana, the number 8 ranking seed, so they'd be the number 9 overall seed in the bracket.
But they don't have them winning the Big Ten.
Nope.
Because
they're
playing, yeah.
I'll ride them though. I think they're good.
I like them at number 8. I mean, they hadn't been in the top 10 yet.
They got them at 9.
Bro,
8.
first year head coach, bro. I mean, that's impressive. We'll
Yeah.
see.
And it's Indiana.
I know. We'll see if they can, even if they, because I don't think they really play anyone else the rest of the season. Let me see.
I think they got Michigan.
Yeah, Michigan's their only other big one.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Tennessee, number 7.
Who do they play?
They got them playing Indiana in the first round.
Oh no, I was thinking this week. They play Mississippi State this week. Who else?
Who A&M has Auburn, right?
One of these weeks. Oh, but the next week, that's what it is.
No,
next
A&M's
week,
on a bye, and
Tennessee
then they play
Georgia next week.
Yeah. So
Who does?
Tennessee plays Georgia next week.
So Tennessee, number 7 college football rankings, and then so that makes them the 8 seed, matching up with Indiana versus
A&M's on a bye.
versus unknown. So I mean, you still got Penn State, Oregon, and Ohio State from the Big Ten that still have to slot in here, too.
Oh wow, yeah.
That's 4 Big Ten teams.
While we're on A&M, y'all want to talk about how South Carolina just absolutely embarrassed them?
Yeah, man.
Held them to 0 in the second half, man.
Listen, they found a way to stop what's his face? What's his name?
They weren't worried about Reed. They weren't worried about the running game.
Reed, that's right.
No, bro, it was just like I was talking to somebody the other day. It's like the same thing with OU and them switching to Hawkins to be able to have a runner. It's like once you be able to scout and prepare for them for a week, it's like they can't just run around everybody. It doesn't work like that. Penn State, number 6 ranked, so number 7 in the bracket, playing Notre Dame. So it'd be okay.
They're 6th in the.
And then Texas, ranked number 5 bracket, they'd fall at number 6, so they would play Alabama round 1.
They're gonna have two SEC schools in the first round.
at Texas. Because you got to remember these first games,
Yeah, we're at home.
overseas are at home. And Indiana's schedule, all they have left is home against Michigan. Oh, they play at Ohio State the 23rd. So they don't have to, they're gonna, yeah. And then home against Purdue.
So then I guess they have Ohio State and Oregon in the Big Ten championship.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Let's see who number 4 is. Number 4 will be the last team looking out.
Miami.
Yeah.
Because they got them winning the ACC.
Well, then they'd have the bye though. I wonder who's going to line up with Boise State. It's going to be either Oregon or Ohio State, whoever they don't have one in the Big Ten.
Or Georgia. No, because they probably have Georgia winning the
Georgia winning
SEC.
So, yeah, there's Miami. So number 4 ranking, number 3 in the bracket though, getting the first round bye, winning the ACC. They would play the winner of Texas and Alabama. Interesting.
And are they doing the second round like a bowl game? And will it be like regional, like whoever?
Yeah, it's supposed to be like the closest bowl game to like the better seed.
So like Miami would have the Orange Bowl.
Yeah.
BYU probably Rose Bowl.
Yeah, or like the Sugar Bowl maybe.
Sugar Bowl's in Louisiana.
What's the one in? Oh, the Cotton Bowl. Sorry.
Yeah.
Cotton Bowl. If that's one of the 4.
Cotton Bowl's in Dallas.
Yeah, but if there's no one else closer to Dallas in this.
Yeah, okay, so they got Georgia winning it. They'd have the what's over there? Not Fiesta, that's in Arizona.
That's
the Peach Bowl.
Peach Bowl, yeah. So ranking Georgia number 3.
They got Ohio State playing Boise and Oregon.
Yep. So
winning the Big Ten.
Yep. So Georgia would be number 2 overall. The bracket, Ohio State. See, that's what's wild, bro. Ohio State number 2 ranked, but the bracket lineup is the 5 seed. Play Boise State. And Oregon obviously 1-1. So you'd have first round. Damn, they just took it away. Nice. But interesting.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna change.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't know how I don't know why they're doing that right now because
we're watching and we're talking about it and getting hyped up.
And because we're halfway through this.
Just like the BCS was and all that, like how you would,
Yeah, but it really, there's 0% chance that is all correct.
Well, yeah,
0.
How it is right now.
That, bro, especially with how football is right now, like each week there's always someone losing. That, like, always.
Yeah.
Especially right now. It's been crazy. It's been wild.
It's fun to talk about.
It's been crazy.
You can argue, A&M's first out.
You have to do it now so they can justify rankings moving up and down by the end of it. They can't just drop a ranking at the week before. Like,
it's gonna be interesting.
Because, well, I guess they would still be the 5th out. I don't know. It's going to be fun. I would like to see SMU win it though, man. I had a buddy that was like, before the season, he was like, man, put the money on it. Let's do it. And I'm like, man, SMU ain't got a chance. You got Florida State, you got Clemson, you got, Miami. Psh, he was right.
Indiana.
Yeah, who would have put Indiana? What if they go? I wonder what before the season, if to just go to the Big Ten championship.
Yeah.
Sure,
we'll see. We'll see if the sun sets on them at some point, though.
So, Coop, recap on some games over the past week. I know you want to bring up the Texas Vandy game, but
well, do we want to bring up that, or do we want to bring up something else, man?
We know what happened to Vandy. That's been talked about a million times. All Texas needs to do is start no penalties. And let's just get things going, man. If you look how many penalties they got that, set them back from getting a first down. And, I mean, there's just so much that just clean it up, man, and we'll see where we're at. And I'm going to tell you right now, they're kind of lucky that quarterback hurt his knee. I was worried about that.
Good.
He hurt his knee, and he was not the same after that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I don't know if
it's all right. We had some injuries too. So
Yeah.
we got Bond back. We got Makuba back. We're gonna run the ball this week, I think. I think we're gonna
Y'all
have
see the line for this week? It's at
21?
21 and a half.
That's a lot.
because Florida's quarterback.
That's a shit ton. I don't care, bro. The way Texas has not been covering.
But you think what the coach said? Do you think that that's
I think it's just
talk?
throw them off. Yeah.
Yeah.
What did he say?
He said that
Yeah,
it's not as bad as they thought.
Yeah, that he may play.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, so they're down to their third. Their cornerback is hurt. One of their other cornerbacks got hurt, and they don't know how bad it's going to be. I mean, they went and played Georgia and got beat up. You know, like you'd expect. That's a rivalry.
I mean, they hung up. They hung in there for a while, and then Georgia's such a second half team. It's really crazy.
Man, it's
Except
tough
against Texas, but
when your quarterback's throwing 3 picks a game, man. Like it's kind of like Quinn. Like, I mean, who would have thought right now that we would say the Vandy quarterback is probably either him or the LSU quarterback are the best quarterbacks in the SEC. I mean, and Nussmeier had a kind of off game last week, so it might be, the old quarterback for Vandy might be the best quarterback, number 1 in the SEC right now.
wow.
Think about
it. Yeah. I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Do y'all think there's a top dog in college football right now? Like over the years, there's always been, like the top dog. I think there isn't. I don't think there's
the teams who haven't had a mess up and lost yet they've had their games, multiple games, Miami and Oregon, multiple games where it came down to the final play. Like,
I think Oregon has a lot more claim to it than Miami.
For sure.
I think Miami is just not playing anybody.
No.
I don't think Miami's as good as advertised, but Oregon, man, they're tough. We're gonna see though.
I want to see what the rest of Miami's schedule looks like. Let's see.
And do y'all think that's because of NIL and all that stuff? Is
I
because
think transfer portal,
like everything is all like spread out and stuff?
Yeah, I think too the transfer portal, because like look at Georgia. Look how many, like their starters are still Georgia guys, but their backups, like they're younger, because look how many transfers they had last year. Half their team seemed like they transferred, and it's because these guys are like, I'm not going to sit. Why am I going to sit till I'm a junior or senior now? Like, I can go somewhere else and play. I think that's the biggest thing, man. Transfer portal is making a lot of these kids are not going to sit back. They're not going to wait their turn. They're going to be like, I can go to a smaller school, get paid some money, and get to play. But sometimes that'll all wash out too. Like, kids might start realizing like the grass isn't greener. Like, look at that linebacker that came to UT from Alabama.
Yeah.
Like, where is he now?
I think he ended up at UTSA.
And he wasn't even starting.
Yeah. No.
I mean, so like you could have been on Alabama's team and probably played, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, look at Bolden. If I was Bolden, wouldn't you kind of want to be back at Oregon State being the man? I don't know, but
I think it's made it more like there's a lot of people that have mixed emotions on the transfer portal and NIL and all that, but it really has made it to where like it's spread out.
A lot of parity. Yeah. Like
there's not like one like top dog team, like for sure, number 1.
Miami finishes with Georgia Tech, Wake Forest, and Syracuse.
I mean,
exactly.
Like Georgia, if Georgia makes it through this weekend, they're good. I can't remember who I know they have their powder puff, and then they have Georgia Tech. So like if Georgia can win this week, like it's
they have one more hard game is Tennessee.
Oh, they have
got Ole-
Tennessee too?
Yeah, they
Oh,
have Ole Miss
Tennessee.
this week and then Tennessee next week.
that's a tough game.
Yeah.
Yeah, the back-to-back weeks.
Yeah.
But at home against Tennessee.
And then another interesting one for you. Do you think there's any out of the teams to make the 12, so the 11 teams, not counting the group of five school, do you think so like the 10 and 11 seed, do you think those are going to be teams with 2 losses, or do you think anybody can sneak in with 3? Or do you think the playoffs are just going to be straight one, maybe one undefeated team, maybe 2, and then the rest 1 loss and 2 loss?
It's going to be tough for a 3-loss team.
Yeah.
It's going to be very tough.
Yeah,
Because think about it too, though. Like, I guess it can't happen in the SEC this year, but I mean, it's possible. But like, what if, Texas, goes to A&M and loses, and they're both 2-loss teams, and then A&M goes to the SEC championship if it worked out like that, and then lost. Like, would you put Texas in? Or how would that way? It's I don't know. It's going to be fun, man. But no, I think this year would be very hard for a 3-loss team.
You think it matters? I'm like, I think it does. But like, if there's a 3-loss like SEC team versus a 3-loss, some other conference, like I think they'll go with the SEC team, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Big Ten or SEC. Even
right now, the only 2-loss team ranked is Alabama, 6-2.
Yeah.
Everyone else either has 1 loss or undefeated. But a lot of those teams, like you said, Tennessee plays Georgia, so they both, one of them's going to end up with 2 losses.
LSU, Alabama are about to play. That's a big playing game for both teams.
Oh, I don't know if Bama can get
That's
in.
an elimination game. I think whoever
so,
loses that game gets out of the playoffs.
Well, if Bama loses, definitely.
LSU too, because I'd make LSU's 3rd loss.
Yeah.
I don't think 3-loss team's going to get in unless just some wild other stuff happens, like Indiana beats Ohio State, wins the Big Ten, like beats Oregon in the Big Ten. Like,
it would have to be something like that where they end up winning their conference.
Yeah, like those teams start kind of just eating at each other. But man, I don't know.
Interesting.
I mean, I think Miami's. I mean, they're going to be in 9-0. They don't play anybody, so even if they lose to SMU, they're going to get in.
Yeah, they would.
It may be like the 9 seed, maybe with 1 loss though. I could see a 2-loss team being ranked ahead of a 1-loss Miami.
Yeah, I could too.
Give them like a 9. They don't deserve to host first round. I don't know.
I don't think they will lose, but
to SMU.
I hope SMU.
That would be awesome.
That would be crazy, but
I don't
SMU and BYU with the first
it's SMU, bro.
2 teams.
Or what if BYU stays undefeated, plays Iowa State, and Iowa State beats them?
Yeah, and Iowa State gets it, and then BYU still. I mean,
they'll still make it, but then that knocks off like a Colorado or something like that.
Oh yeah, I think the
Colorado's
Big 12,
not in it right now.
I don't think the Big 12 can get 3 teams. They're definitely locked at 1 for sure. The only way they get 2 is if like an Iowa State or Kansas State beat BYU in the Big 12. Yeah. I think.
The Big 12 is interesting. There's a lot. I mean, you have BYU, which is obviously 5-0, but then you have 1 loss Iowa State, 1 loss Colorado, 2 loss Kansas State, and 2 loss Tech. So
Tech, get out of here.
I'm just saying they just beat Iowa State.
Cool.
That's your old school. You can't talk about something like that.
I know, man. I know.
Speaking of that, fellas, we got a official UT student, man. I am so proud of you, man. Good job.
There you go. Tower number 1, baby.
Is that what they sent you?
Hang that up.
I know. I should hang it up behind me, right?
Yeah.
A little tower. But
it's awesome, man.
There you go.
Yep.
You got a house divided. Got an OU and a Longhorn.
Can't make fun of me anymore, man. I'm a part of the family now for sure.
Yeah. Like I had a guy goes to A&M told me a while back. He was like, you didn't even go to school there. Why do you? Because I talk a lot of shit, and like, I was like, so what?
Yeah. So did you go to school at the Dallas Cowboys or like no?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Let's see. What other any other college games y'all want to react to? Or you want to talk about some NFL trade deadline stuff before we talk?
Let's
about
talk
games?
NFL, man.
Let's hear it.
I mean, let's just throw the bone out there. Dallas Cowboys on the struggle bus. Obviously, everyone knows that.
In Dak's words,
Dak
they
Prescott
effing suck. So
hurt. The tanking is on as much as it can be for Jerry Jones. Get a new high profile top 5 pick, more than likely top 8. But they made a splash today in the trade deadline world. Big boy,
Hey,
thoughts?
that's the move that is going to put us over the top. Some receiver, I got no idea who he is. So let's go.
No, one thing I will say about the NFL is when are they going to change the overtime rule?
You don't like it?
No, I absolutely hate it.
Why?
Did you see Baker's face when Patrick Mahomes won the coin toss yesterday?
Yeah, they knew they were going to score.
Because he knew. He knew.
But that's why you get the coin toss, right?
Well, what do you want it to be?
You want it to
Like
be
college?
Like everybody gets a
But
chance to go
instead,
to
maybe
that point?
you start at like the 40 or something.
I get it. I mean, I
No,
don't know.
it's
You
off
still,
a
but
coin
back in the
toss?
day, you didn't have a chance. So before they changed it, it didn't matter. If you went down and kicked a field goal, game over.
Yeah, that's even worse.
So they
I'm glad
changed it
from that,
to,
but they need to change it again. It's still bad.
or play defense.
Bro, but it's Patrick Mahomes is not losing in overtime. It's just not going to happen.
Well, then don't go to
It's not fair.
overtime.
It's off of a coin flip. A coin flip should not dictate the winner of the game. But it's better for the NFL because the Chiefs are going to get to the Super Bowl. That means Taylor Swift's going to get to the Super Bowl.
Here
And
we
that
go.
means the NFL gets more money. And going back, there was a false start on the last play on one of the last plays of the game that didn't call on a guy who false starts literally every single game. By the way,
Hey, listen, there's a lot of those tackles.
Huh?
A lot of those tackles that they're allowing that. They're just stretching that.
They really are.
To me, man, like that was always a flag. Like I don't get it. I don't get why they're laxing the rules about that. And it's not just him. It's a lot of the tackles.
No, for sure. For sure. But
because you know what it is? They're tired of the defensive ends sacking the quarterback and hurting them. And so fantasy and quarterbacks get hit and let's play nothing but offense ball. It's BS, man.
Bro, it was ridiculous.
But hey, whatever. Patrick Mahomes, I mean, to me, he's not playing that good, and they're still 8-0.
He's literally not even playing good.
It's crazy.
Yeah, but they finally got
now they got a receiver.
Hopkins is big because now, I mean, look at what that did for Kelsey. I mean, 13 receptions last night, career high. And Hopkins had 2 TDs.
Yeah, it's scary.
And if Hunt can keep running and if they can get Pacheco back,
yeah.
And
their defense is still good.
Okay, don't even look. Worthy's just going to go on a go route.
Yeah,
he's going to be open every so often.
Hey, and I'm going to tell you that first play to him in that first quarter on that first drive, he has to catch that. That's his fault. That was laziness.
That was bad.
You got to you listen, man. You got to catch that. I mean, he did catch it, but you got to catch it in bounds.
That was bad.
That was his shot. But yeah, man, the Chiefs look. Maybe hope the Lions. The Lions they're looking good. I like the Lions. Baltimore's
offense is unstoppable. Derrick Henry in that offense should be illegal. I mean, he is going off there.
But he wouldn't have worked with the Cowboys system. Remember that. That's literally what he said. He said he really wouldn't have worked in our system. Oh, a 250-pound running back that runs a 4.3 wouldn't work in your system?
He has over 1,000 rushing yards on the season, averaging 6.3, 11 touchdowns on the year. Like, he wouldn't have worked.
No, he wouldn't. He works in every system. He's Derrick Henry.
Stupid.
He's a man child. I mean, it's just think about fucking trying to tackle him in high school, man.
Yeah.
I
You
saw
know,
a stat. Do you see how many
About the
like
same size.
carries
Yeah.
and stuff he had in high school?
They ran him to
My
death in high
God,
school.
I feel bad for his quarterback.
Why?
He may have never thrown a pass.
So what? We're winning. Would you throw a pass if you had Derrick Henry back there?
No.
You just riding on the train, shit, man. But think about the other side is think about being the dude at the opposing school, like play middle linebacker. Who you got today? We got this dude that's like 6'4", 240, and runs a 4.3. Like, yeah, good luck. I'm a 175-pound middle linebacker. Yeah, that's gonna go good.
That's gonna go real well.
Yeah.
I'll meet you in the A gap.
Yeah.
We'll see who walks out.
Yeah.
Well, Jonathan
Well,
Mingo. We'll see.
who else got? I mean, the didn't the
The Steelers got a big edge rusher.
yeah.
They got what was his name? Steelers Williams, last name. Pass
From
rusher.
Denver?
Steelers. No, the Jets. No, they sent a 5th-round pick. Yeah, they sent a 5th-round pick in next year's draft to the New York Jets to get Williams. No, that's for wide receiver Williams. Sorry.
Yeah, Mike Williams. I was about to say.
They've got Mike Williams, and then the edge rusher was Smith. But it doesn't say. Oh, Green Bay. They got Smith from Green Bay. Ravens added some secondary depth. The cornerback, White from the Rams.
Yeah.
No huge moves though.
No, not really.
Except for Dennis Allen got fired again for the second time because David Carr. That's wild, man.
Yeah, he's gone. He's gone. Who else? Bengals got Herbert from Chicago. The Bengals got Herbert from Chicago, running back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, there's really nothing crazy that happened. But yeah, NFL trade deadline, man. It was
not too crazy.
It was the talk of today.
I really thought maybe
Y'all get someone?
no, I thought they would get rid of something. I mean, they did. They let a cornerback go.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I don't know what it's just
Do you watch them anymore?
yeah.
You do?
I watch Red Zone and then I watch them, But I try to watch the full Cowboys game.
Right.
And then Red Zone when the other game is on, but I didn't much last weekend, I'm gonna be honest with you. I just watched Red Zone. And I'd flip back and forth and say, oh, yeah. Oh, great. Oh, cool. Oh, Dak's hurt, and I have him for fantasy. So I lost because him played like trash. Puka decided to hit somebody.
The first quarter.
And then London looked like he was about to have a day and popped his hip. So there's about, 50 points, and I lost by 20. So there you go.
Yep.
There you go. That's how my weekend went,
They're
boys.
showing all-state playoff predictor percentage to make the playoffs and then percentage to win the title right now. So Indiana, 87% chance to reach the college football playoff. Texas had like 75% to reach the playoff, but had like second or third highest odds to win to win the whole thing. So they're saying like if they make the playoff, then they're giving them
They just need to beat Florida, man. One game at a time.
Let's see.
Florida by 21 and a half.
Boise State, 70%
I think I'd take
chance.
Florida with that.
We're giving SMU 46% chance. So, it's about 50-50 winning the
Make the
title
playoff?
game. Yeah. Bama, they're giving 54%. Interesting.
Let's see what big games are this week.
Tennessee 72%.
Who did
Oh,
Tennessee lose to?
Kentucky. No, not Kentucky. They
No,
play
Alabama. Or no. Oh, they lost. They got upset by Arkansas.
Oh yeah, at
Forgot about
Arkansas.
That's
that.
another
They
game
just
I'm worried
got
about.
beat.
Yeah,
But we'll deal with
I
that
hope
one.
Sark really calls up Lane Kiffin and was like, "Hey, bro, let's hear that offensive plan you did
He
there."
just watches it. I mean, the thing about that is it's going to be totally different because it's going to be at Arkansas and it's going to be hopefully it's still a day game though, because right now it's a day game. If it becomes a night game,
yeah, I think it's 11 a.m.
it's 11 a.m. Yeah, exactly. Doesn't give them time to get warmed up. You know, get everybody nice and drunk on moonshine.
What do you think?
Get that dog out of here, man.
Yeah, man.
You got
We're in the
things
middle
to
of the
do.
show, Daisy.
Yeah. Oh.
She's watching brother chew on a bone that she wants,
Tell her to go get it.
but she won't get close to him because he'll tear into her ass. Right.
Will he really?
Nah, not tearing into her. He'll just growl at her.
It's my bone.
All right, what NFL games do we got going into this week? What's our Thursday night game this week?
Bengals and Ravens this week. This
On Thursday?
Okay.
Yeah,
It's a big game.
pretty good game. Yeah,
It's always
it's the Ravens
Offense.
-6 in Baltimore.
It's big for
Bengals got to keep winning because
Yeah, they're 4-5.
yeah,
yeah, that's what I'm
it's
saying. That's what I was about to say. They're starting to trend up, but they got to keep winning.
yeah. Oh, Joey B. Everybody wanted to put that Heisman that Hall of Fame jacket on him.
Yeah, he just gets hurt.
Well,
It's like Pat. Pat hurts his ankle every damn game, and then all of a sudden he's fine.
I really thought when you sent me that last night, I thought he blew his Achilles.
Looked like, bro, did
Yeah.
you see him get carried off the field? Like literally, he got
No.
he did not walk off the field. He had his two arms around dudes, and they carried him off the field. And then 5 minutes later, he's jogging on the sideline. Like what?
I can't stand them.
He went to your alma mater.
Yeah, no.
Not
See,
anymore, right?
you can't make those jokes anymore.
Yeah.
We got a great game in was it Germany? Is that where they are this weekend? Hey,
Well, in that Carolina and somebody.
Carolina, the Giants,
That's horrible.
8:30 a.m. kick Central.
Both teams are 2-7.
That's what we're sending over there.
Yeah.
Here you go. Good luck.
Here you go. Enjoy
Hey,
this
Sanders
one.
had a good game last.
I am old Jonathan Brooks' first game back this week.
Yeah,
Be
I
interesting
got
to
him on
see.
my bench. I'm
Yeah,
thinking
you can't-
about.
I don't want to start him yet. He's probably gonna get like 3 carries. I was seeing if they were gonna trade one of their guys, but they didn't. I don't think. Steelers versus Commanders. At the Commander, that's a big one.
Oh, another person that Dallas could have got was Saquon. Did you see his backwards hurdle?
That was sweet.
That was
That was
pretty-
crazy.
Dallas could have
Yeah.
just kept.
I don't know
Tony
how
Pollard.
someone does that. To be honest with you,
That
It's
was
like
impressive.
some next level things.
I've never seen that on any level of football.
No,
Backwards hurdle.
Yeah,
It's pretty crazy.
it was. It was pretty impressive. Have you seen the shot from the sidelines when they show it and just the reaction from all the guys?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
I
everybody's
bet.
like, "Oh
Yeah.
my god!" You know, like
I bet.
not many.
so-
Like
wild.
everyone, I feel like everyone was like kind of starting to not count out, but like not expecting too crazy of a years from like Saquon and Henry, and those dudes are just going off.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I think Saquon's like over under rushing yards on the year was like 1,000,
Oh wow.
and he's
Yeah.
already almost. He's almost already at it.
Probably yeah. He's close if he ain't there yet.
Who else we got?
You know, he had got hurt a lot up there. You know, and
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Uh,
I
what if
hate
the-
the Eagles though.
What if
God,
the Cowboys just beat the Eagles this weekend? That's what I was about to say. What if they just beat them at home? That's
is Cooper Rush playing?
See, that's my thing. Is like, why don't you traded a 4th-round pick for Trey Lance? Like, why
Let
not
him play. See what he got.
Like,
Exactly.
maybe he can play good, so you can trade him somewhere else for a 4th.
Like literally, it doesn't matter. Y'all are not doing any. The Cowboys are not making the playoffs.
Yeah, no,
They
why
are
would you
not
play
making
him?
the playoffs.
Like, let him play. Maybe he goes good.
What if he's good?
And that's what I'm saying.
What if he's good?
You can get at least a 4th-round pick back from somebody, or you just see if someone wants Dak's contract and draft Shador Sanders, number 1 overall, tank season.
Hey man, it might be one of those things where you do draft a quarterback, let him sit for 2 years. But I don't know. There's so many holes. So many holes. I mean,
they need all the draft picks they can get. That's
you
why
could have 18
that's
draft
why I just
picks.
didn't even get, like, obviously, like, you need a wide receiver, but like, why waste a 4th-round pick on getting a wide receiver who's not going to help you win?
Well, they said because the Cowboys really liked him. And Kobe tried to say this is like his 4th year. I thought he got drafted last year.
No, I think this is year 2. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Kobe's just dumb.
No, I think this is year 2.
But first of all, you're getting a 2nd round. He was drafted in the 2nd round, and so he's not going to cost you anything. You know, he's still on his rookie contract.
Yeah.
So I mean, okay, but I mean, what you don't have to draft one in next year's draft, I guess, is what you're thinking. Because I guarantee you have to already be thinking like this is over. Especially if Dak. First of all, he said his hamstring was hurt, and they were looking at his hand.
Yeah.
So,
and yeah, by the way, Dak is rolled out.
Yeah.
Right.
No, they said it could be an extended period of time.
Weeks. Yeah, that's
like he might miss 4 games.
Yeah, no, it's done. See, ANCD was hurt. I haven't heard anything on him.
Yeah, he's questionable
with his shoulder.
I would be surprised if Micah comes back this week.
Yeah.
If I'm Micah, I'm saying, yeah, man, it's a little tender still, man. What's the point?
Yeah.
Like, dude, it's over. It's over.
I will say,
week is it 9, 8, 9,
8,
and it's over.
9.
Yeah. Week 9, yeah.
The running back and a lot of the NFL guys are talking about it, how loaded the running back class is.
It is.
It's loaded. Big time loaded. You're gonna see a lot of running backs 2nd, 3rd round this year. I bet 2nd, 3rd, 4th round.
Yeah, it is. And they were saying, I heard, the On Texas guys talking about Blue. It's like, no, like he needs to stay.
He needs to stay with how loaded this year's class. I'm sure next year's class won't be.
And here, I mean, but Wisner's.
Yeah.
Who's the real starter at this point?
Oh, I mean, Wisner, has been.
Yeah.
I think Blue throws. I just think he's one of those change-up backs that would have been good if Baxter was still there.
Yeah, Wisner and Blue are 2 of the almost like same type of back in a way. I think Wisner throws his shoulder more, but
Wisner's more of a dog,
pass catching wise, and he's definitely more of a dog for sure. But that's why I think, and they were talking about it with how South Carolina's running back was. Get Gibson in there for A&M game. Let that just be Gibson's like breakout freshman game right there.
They need to run all over A&M. South Carolina ran all over them.
Since he fumbled, they haven't even let him play really.
No. And the run game hasn't been bad, but it's just like every time they get a big run, it's holding.
There were so many penalties that were like that.
It was all on big plays every time.
No, we don't need to go into the Vandy game because it's over or whatever. But like that game, it was like 100 yards and penalties or something.
108.
Yeah, 108 yards and penalties, and they ended up winning the game.
And
that's probably the first time I've ever seen anyone have 100 yards and penalties and win the game.
But and not to mention what those yards. That's just in penalties because there was multiple times, like Cade said, it's 3rd and 6, and they bust for 12, but now it's 3rd and 16, and you don't get the first. There was one there towards the end where where Wisner busted for like 16-yard gain, and they got down to the 20. But because of the penalty, they went backed up to like, it was back to the 40 some, and then we got sacked. So we even got out of field position. I mean, out of field goal
Field
position.
goal, right.
Yeah, field goal. So
Yeah, that and even on the defensive side of the ball, we dumb
we
mistakes
turned.
of we got a pick six and we have a late hit on the quarterback, and they
Exactly.
ended up coming back and scoring right there.
Yeah.
So
Like Sark said, it should have been 42-10.
yeah.
I mean, at the least.
Yeah.
They left a lot of points on the board, but they have to clean that up because even against Florida, like,
Against all these teams, this next month is big for
huge.
Texas. And,
this is prove
this
it or
is it.
don't.
This is
Either you can be in the playoff or you can be in the damn Texas Bowl, like for real. So we'll see.
Sure.
Going back to NFL real quick. Obviously, Jets big win. Do you think they're on the come up, or do you think
I saw their schedule? Their schedule is very, very, very winnable.
Yeah, they're at Arizona this week. Arizona -1.5.
Yeah.
That Garrett Wilson catch was pretty. That was pretty wild too.
That was crazy.
Him, man, if he can just get each one of those dudes a touchdown each week.
Yeah.
And then Sunday night game. It's a big game. Detroit at Houston.
Detroit rolls.
Easy.
Bro.
Yeah, no.
I think so. The Texans O-line is bad. And obviously the wide receivers.
Injuries, man.
Two best wide receivers out. Mixon's got to have a game, but the Lions, pretty sure the Lions rush D is pretty good, right?
They're out of Hutchinson, but yeah.
And just back to my my Cowboys for 1 minute. I just want you to tell you they might win 2 games the rest of the year.
Oh, I looked at their schedule. I said 2 games.
Maybe they got the Eagles, then they got the Texans, both at home. Yeah. So I think those are 2 L's. Then they got the Commanders at Washington. That's 3. Then they got the Giants at home. They should win that. Then they got the Bengals at home. We'll see. That's a maybe. Then they got the Panthers. They should win that.
Yeah, there's 2.
Yeah. Then they got the Bucks. We'll
Bucks
see.
are looking pretty good.
Baker, and it's at Dallas.
Yeah, Mike Evans will probably be back by then too.
And Baker, he's going to want to come home to Texas and just ball. Yeah. Half the OU will be there, and then they got the Eagles again. Then they got the Commanders. So, good luck. Yeah, good luck. They literally might be. They might only win 2 more games.
Yeah, the Commanders aren't an easy win anymore like it used to be.
Oh, the Commanders. Hey, man, I'll give it to them. They're doing good. We'll see. Again, just kind of like CJ, we'll see when these teams start. Kind of figuring out your quarterback. But for right now, he's balling.
Yeah. Scary Terry's balling too.
Yeah. They got weapons. It's weird what happens like when you put a team around a quarterback. It's crazy what can happen. Yeah. It's freaking crazy when you got a good tight end, a couple receivers, good, running back. It's crazy how quarterbacks seem to play is so much better.
Someone should tell Stephen Jones that.
Stephen Jones, I'm tired of him too. I sent you the plan, what's going to happen. I'm not going to say it over the airwaves. But, I mean, come on, man. It's but no, Washington, they're looking good. Looking good.
Anything else y'all are looking at going into this weekend?
No, I'm just trying to get a little sleep.
That's right.
Big boy
I've been on the UT grind lately, so I haven't been able to do my normal statistics.
I had to actually get on the computer for 2 hours today. What? Get out of here, bro.
Yep, I did.
Yeah. No, that's good, man. Congratulations. You gonna live at home or you gonna live down there?
No, I'm living at home. I'll just drive down there, but
Yeah.
that's
Smart.
it, bro.
All right. I'm done. I got to eat.
Wrap it up.
All right. Well, we will tune in next week, see what, I like that we record on Tuesday nights now because it'll be during the selection show for the playoffs. So that'll be good. And we'll know some other news next Tuesday. NFL trade deadline wrapping up, But other than that, big boy, have a great rest of your night.
The big trade deadline
what
we'll
I'm
know
talking about.
tonight too. Yeah,
that's
the
what I'm
big
talking
trade
about.
deadline.
Yeah, that's what we'll know by next Tuesday what teams are making moves. All right, Coop.
Some people might be leaving the country.
Yeah,
Oh boy.
It's what they always say.
yeah. I mean, they may be booking their trips. They like the Cowboys. They may be booking their trips to Cabo next Tuesday. Who
Yeah.
knows? Who knows?
Go live in Switzerland.
Take a switch.
It's so funny that they say that every year. They ain't never going nowhere. Come on, no, you're not. You're not moving.
You're going to work the next day, bro.
Yeah, exactly. You know what's gonna happen? I'm gonna go to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we appreciate y'all tuning in. Until next time, have a good week. Coop, be good, man.
Okay, man.
Congrats,
go.
man.
Till next time, peace.